Hi, I'm Marie Liu. I'm the author of Legend, The Young Elites, Warcross, and The Kingdom of Back, which is a historical fantasy about Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's equally talented sister. And I'm here today to answer some questions from BookTubers.
Hi Marie, my name is Jeet Mardak from the channel by the same name, Jeet Mardak, and I wanted to ask you, what inspired you to write The Kingdom of Back?
I'm interested in child prodigies, so I remember reading a biography about him, and it mentioned his older sister, who was also equally talented as him in music and composition, and I was like, what the hell? Nobody talks about this girl. And then I found out the historical detail that she and her brother used to tour Europe together and invented this magical kingdom that they called the Kingdom of Back to entertain themselves on the carriage rides. And I just thought that was the most fascinating thing ever, so I was like, I gotta write a book about this.
Hi Marie, my name is Madison Mary from the channel Princess of Paperback, and I have a question to ask you. Did you do a lot of research into Mozart for the Kingdom of Back, and if so, what aspects?
So I did all kinds of research into Mozart's past, his music, the letters that he used to write. It was actually very difficult to find information about Nannerl. It was usually in relation to Wolfgang, so letters that he wrote to her, or little snippets and mentions of her in biographies. And more recently, some articles that have come out about her, because I think slowly people are starting to discover that she existed. And there was like a movie that came out about her a few years ago. So finding out about Nannerl was piecemeal. I was just kind of grabbing little bits wherever I could and trying to piece together what I thought was a whole history about this girl.
Hi Marie, my name is Olivia. I also go by Livy from my channel, I Livy for Books. And I wanted to ask, in a magical world like we're going to expect in the Kingdom of Back, do you ever, as an artist yourself, draw the things that you're thinking up or imagine?
Sometimes I do. I definitely had a mood board and a Pinterest for the Kingdom of Back because I love Pinterest. And I just found myself collecting all kinds of artwork online that evoked the mood that I was going for this world. I did draw out some pictures of what I thought the kingdom looked like, specifically the trees, because the trees in the Kingdom of Back are upside down. So their leaves are on the ground and their roots go up to the sky. And this one's interesting just because this book has been in the works for so long that I have a kind of evolving view of what the kingdom looked like. Some of the earliest things that I collected for what I thought the kingdom looked like are very different from what the final version of the kingdom actually turned out to be.
I also had another question. Being that the Kingdom of Back centers around a musical prodigy, did you have a playlist of songs or anything like that for your main character's music or to help you write? And if so, what were some of your favorites?
Yes, I definitely had a playlist for this particular book, especially since so much of it centers around music, and it was a very easy playlist to make because it was all Mozart music. So I pretty much listened exclusively to music that Mozart had composed. I think one of my favorites is his Requiem, which was unfinished. It is so somber and kind of unlike a lot of the things that Wolfgang wrote in his earlier life. It is very moody and dark and menacing and magical, and it very much matched what I was trying to evoke with the Kingdom of Back.
Hi Marie, my name is Sandy from the channel Sandy Reads a Lot, and I wanted to ask if you could hang out with one of the characters in the Kingdom of Back for one day, who would it be and what would you do?
Hi Sandy, so if I could hang out with one character from the Kingdom of Back, it would probably not be Hyacinth because he's just very mischievous and I don't want to give away too much, but I think it would be cool to hang out with the Queen of the Night because she just seems so magical and mystical and kind of scary, but in like a badass sort of way. And I remember when I was writing her, I just loved the image of her tattered wings behind her. So I think I would just like to see her. I don't know what we would do, really. I think we would just stand there next to her because she's like glued to the floor. So I think I would just stand next to her and be like, you look really cool.
I also had another question. Has your writing process changed since writing Legend? If so, how?
I think it's changed a little bit, but not as much as I would have expected over the years. It's a little bit more organized now, I think. Legend was kind of written in just one fell swoop. I don't even think I had an outline for it. I was just like, just spitting it out of my brain. And now I'm kind of a headlights writer where I will outline as far as I can see the headlights shine. So I will outline several chapters and then write that out. And then I will outline a few more chapters and then write that out. So it's a slightly more organized, chaotic process that I have.
Hey Marie, it's Christy from Book Crush It, and I'm just wondering, which lunch tables would your characters sit at?
Amika would probably be off with like the outsiders and the mysterious fringe folks with their, like the goths. I think she would hang out with the goths, the cool people, basically. I think that June would be with the nerds, of course, like the decathlon, math trial people. Day would probably be, I'm guessing he would be with the jocks, but he would be with he'd be like a nice jock because he's so sporty. I feel like he would be like the track people or whatever and just kind of sitting on the tables or whatever. And Adelina would definitely be off by herself. I think she might be with Amika's corner, but she would be like the grumpy one in the group. And Nannerl would be with the orchestra.
Hi Marie, my name is Shelby, and I'm from 123 SEC Shelby on YouTube. I wanted to know if you could choose 2 of your characters to write about for the rest of your life, who would they be? Thank you!
I could write about Amika, I think, forever. She was just very easy to write. And June, although June is difficult to write for me because she just counts everything, so I have to count things before I write her chapters. But I think I would enjoy writing June forever.
Hi Marie, my name is Kaden Armstrong and I am from the channel 1,000 Books to Read. And today I just wanted to ask you if you could pick one character from all of the works that you have created that you relate to the most. Which character would you choose and why? Thank you, bye!
Amika is kind of like the wish fulfillment version of myself. She's like the much cooler, more rainbow hair colored version of myself. I feel like I just get her. She has a lot of personality traits that I wish I could have. She has a lot of my actual personality traits. So I think I would very much enjoy hanging out with her.
Hi Marie, my name is Princess from Castle Library and I wanted to ask, I'm a huge fan of Warcross, especially the gaming aspect. Are you a gamer?
Am I a gamer? Yes, I am, although I unfortunately don't get to play games as much now as I used to, but I am definitely a gamer. I remember getting my Sega Genesis confiscated by my parents when I was a kid because I was playing it way too much, and I love Assassin's Creed. That's my favorite game franchise.
Also, I wanted to share, I'm terrified to read Wildcard because I don't want the series to be over. Can you help with this fear?
So I don't know if I can help at all with this. I really enjoyed writing it. I hope that it gives you all the answers that you wanted, though. I think that parts of it are exciting, parts of it are devastating, but hopefully the ending is something that's satisfying. So I hope that helps you get over your fear of reading it, and maybe someday I will revisit, but I'm not sure yet.
Hi Marie, I'm Alexa from Alexa Loves Books and I'm a huge fan. So I wanted to know, which magical worlds would you have been happy to discover actually existed?
Well, I love Hogwarts because I feel like Hogwarts is the one magical place. I mean, there's bad things that happen, but it's not like Game of Thrones level, like Westeros bad. So I feel like you can also be happy in Hogwarts. A lot of them are very dark, so I'm trying to think of one that's super happy. I guess Narnia is really nice. Rivendell. I would like Rivendell to exist. It's just so pretty. It just seems like I would vacation in Rivendell, So yeah, let's go with that.
Hi Marie, this is Nuera from the channel Black Broke Reader. I cannot wait for the Kingdom of Back. I'm super excited. My question is, what's the best advice you've ever gotten? Writing advice, life advice, anything really.
I always want to say it's to not be afraid to write something bad. You've got to let yourself get over any need to be perfect in your first draft. When I write my first drafts, even now, they're awful. They're not readable. They don't even make sense. There's characters that appear halfway through and disappear for no reason, and the sun will set multiple times in the same day, that kind of thing. But that's okay. That is your subconscious just spitting everything out that needs to exist. And then after that, you can go back and fix it and make it better. But if you get paralyzed by the need to have the vision in your head come out perfect the first time, you'll never get anywhere. And this was my problem when I first started writing. I would write 3 chapters and it wouldn't be what I wanted it to be, so I would just sit there and revise it and revise it and revise it, and then lose interest and then move on to the next thing. And I just never finished anything. So you have to finish something before you can make it good.
Hi Marie, this is Brandy from Books with Brandy Shanae, and I wanted to ask, now that you have written The Kingdom of Back, will we see more historical fiction books written from you?
I would love to write more historical fiction. I think that I would be very slow at it because of the amount of research that's involved with each one. So as you can see, this one took me 10 years. So maybe another 10 years I'll write another one, hopefully sooner. But I really did enjoy it. So hopefully this is not the last one.